Hi, KG. Thank you so much for joining us on Black Ink Cinema Podcast.
Hey, how you doing? You feeling good?
How are you doing?
You know what? I'm excited about this. It's necessary.
Oh,
I feel it's needed. I love black cinema, so when I couldn't pick what film to talk about.
That's so refreshing, because usually people are saying they found it quite hard. So it's nice to hear someone say, actually, I had quite a few to pick from.
Oh, I had too many. So it was like, and I'm like, oh, is that the one that you wanted to go with? You know what I mean? So it was, yeah. But I'm happy. I'm happy with my choice as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been a fan of yours for a minute now. Used to be a fan of your YouTube stuff, Shadrach and the Mandem.
Come on. That's proper old school.
That I'm showing my age. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm showing my age there. And you've just kind of gone on to strength and strength. You're on an Apple TV show, but also upcoming series, Bloods with Samson KO.
Yeah. That's incredible. Even like Ted Lasso as well. I think that's mad, because it's been nominated for so many awards and stuff. Like got nominated for 2 Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And others, like loads of awards. So it's cool to be on set with that feeling in the house, knowing that you're involved with a mighty project. So yeah, that's amazing. And Samson's a genius.
He is a genius, yes.
Samson is a genius. Like what that kid's doing makes no sense. He's always like talking to me, he's like, bruv. he tells me all the time, he's like, bruv, right.
I'm such a fan. Yeah, I'm such a fan of him.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about the show.
Blood is something. Samson, if he wasn't going to be an actor, he was actually going to be a paramedic. So it's pretty much like his story in a weird way. By just following these cool paramedics in London, I think hopefully post-COVID, we would have thought it'd have been over by now.
Yes, both.
Yeah. Post-COVID, I would just say comedy with nice drama happening in and amongst it. So the best thing it's the funniest show. Like you're definitely gonna laugh. It's just got a good feel, and the cast it's a good mixed cast. Yeah. So then you're getting all types of banter, and everyone's bringing their own little flavor to it. It's wicked. Like when you watch it, you're like, yeah, this is a great show. So I'm
looking forward to it. It's coming out March 12th, isn't it?
Yeah.
See,
So,
I know.
Are you all with it? Yeah.
Oh, I know. We had Travis J earlier on in the season, and you guys have got a podcast yourselves, a boxing podcast, Undefeated.
Yeah. Undefeated, yeah.
Yeah, and he told us about the story with Lennox Lewis, but tell us your version of that. I heard it was your fault.
It was my fault, because he showed one side of it, so I'll try and tell it from another side.
Okay.
Basically, AJ and Lennox weren't getting on. Well, it looked like they weren't getting on. And I said, I was like, Lennox, you hater, you're a clown. Like, I just went in.
Just stirring the pot.
Well, that's how I felt at the time, because I didn't know anything in it, and it's just like our podcast is pretty much the barbershop. So, when you go into a barbershop, there's people chatting rubbish. Yeah, but then it's the barbershop. So everyone just lets them say what they want to say. Anyway, Lennox saw what I had to say and sent Travis, because he's petty as well. He sent Travis it's like a 5-page notes thing. Like it was long. Yeah. And just breaking stuff down. And he's like, it was ridiculous. But then he kind of like, I am my brother's keeper. And he was bigging up Travis, but dissing me. So, that happened. It was very awkward. But that happened. And then, but coolly, my friend was on holiday and he saw Mike Tyson, right? And he tried to call me, but I'm really bad with my phone. Like, it's well known in the world. So Mike Tyson's called me. I've missed the call.
What? I feel like that should just be in your bio. Mike Tyson called me and I missed the call. Like, what?
I missed the call from Mike Tyson.
There's one phone call you don't want to miss. It's that one.
But it was the best call I've ever missed, because he made a video saying Mike Tyson was basically defending Lennox Lewis. He said me by name, told he's like, hey, KG, leave Lennox alone. Like, da-da-da-da-da. So now...
That's so cute!
who would have fought? Because they fought and it was insane.
Yeah.
So Lennox has seen that and he's like, yeah, man, that KG guy's always getting onto me. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's what started the connection. And then we started talking in the DMs and we flew to Vegas and an amazing, like the most amazing interview, amazing man. A lot of stuff, just a lot of miscommunication between two camps and then some ego in some places. But yeah, not them, but I would say just ego in the team. So
yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with big personalities, that tends to happen. But I'm glad you guys are best friends now, basically.
We're good friends. Yeah. We again though, we had so much fun in Vegas that we forgot. Lennox invited us out to go like partying and see a couple shows. We fell asleep. We missed.
You partied that hard?
Well, no, we missed it. We missed this phone call again. I think I just missed phone calls. So Lennox was like, after this interview, I'm going to call you guys later. We're going to go out and see a couple shows in Vegas and go out and see Vegas. It was like, yeah. And then, we was asleep. We missed it.
Basically, the takeaway is to have your phone on loud, like right next to your ear. If you're ever going to fall asleep, just there all the time. Basically. Okay. Oh, that's an amazing story. I'm absolutely jealous. But we're here to celebrate Black cinema, and you chose The Hood coming of age classic Black film, The Wood, starring Omar Epps, Taye Diggs, and Richard Jones. Tell me why you chose The Wood.
Oh, so I just think, there was, growing up for me, there wasn't a lot of Black films to watch, and especially like a coming of age thing. You had, my sister would always watch Love of Basketball.
Okay,
so I've got a big sister, so she was very important to what I would have to watch, because she'd always bully me, basically. She'd tell if I did something wrong, she'd say, I'll tell Dad, or give me like a week of watching what I want to watch. But
bribery. I love it.
She really racked up the numbers. So when the TV was pretty much hers. So she is the one that introduced me to certain things. But when I saw The Wood, it was finally like a story for boys.
Yes.
Like teenage adolescence. And I just related. I could relate to you in so many ways. From, I didn't live in Inglewood, but I grew up in Brixton, which is rough. It was rough.
Basically, it's the same place, yeah.
But just different. Very different.
Yeah.
Very rough, but then a lot of comedy and a lot of love and brotherhood, and just and you could see that throughout the movie. And I always like losing your virginity was massive. I remember the conversations that you'd have with the brothers. Like, oh man, what do you reckon? Do you reckon who's going to be first? So there were so many times when you watch the movie and it kind of relates, you just related to the movie. And it was seeing 3 Black men on screen in a normal light. So not like we've seen, like, and no offense to like to the gangster stories, because they're always cool. But for someone that lived in the ends, I remember like it wasn't always that. There was the jokes.
Yes.
And that's what, and even when Shadrach was created, it was created with that mindset of, yes, while there is real stuff happening, there's a lot of funny stuff and things in there. So I just relate to the movie. I think it's great.
Yeah. I mean, for those crazy people that haven't had a chance to watch The Wood, in a nutshell, it's about 3 friends, and it is a coming of age, and basically, exploring their sexuality and like the perils of being in high school and getting in trouble and bets and stuff. And like you, what I do love about it is the fact that it's not centered, especially the fact that it's in Inglewood, around gangs and drugs, but rather than just a teenage boy's experience. And it doesn't really focus on just a Black teenage boy. Like, this is just the teenage boys at that time in that area. That's what they would have been going through. And even the drugs and the gang themes in there are kind of comedic. Like the brother Stacey, he's a gangbanger, but you know, when they're in the corner shop and he's like holding up the corner shop, he's like, "Do you want anything? I'll drop you to your dance." It's still quite funny.
Even the guy that cries, even there's a scene and it just kind of lets you, it's a flip of stuff. So when the police, they're in the corner shop, then when they leave the corner shop and then the police pull them over, you see the hardest guy crying.
Yes.
And you won't get a flip of that. Usually it's like, wait, what's going on? But that's real. You know, that like, we know that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you know that guy that's not really down to do this. And I think it just really flipped things on its head, you know? And then even down to like, one of the things, because when you go raving, it's so funny, like, when I used to go back in the day, I'm old.
Please, as soon as we come out of lockdown, everyone's out. Everyone's out.
No, the plans that I have, I'll be in the middle of the dance floor as well, you know. I don't even go to the middle.
Everyone's so out. We're going to need a holiday from how much we're going out, okay? Like,
yeah. But I can't wait. But the mints, you know, when they're talking about what breath mint to take, because that part there is so real. And I think even that part stayed with me. That movie, if I go out, I do have a tic-tac.
Yeah. It was educational.
Yeah, you know, and I think because you try to find yourself, what one are you in that group?
Yes, I was actually going to ask. You have the Mr. Nice Guy, kind of nerdy. You have the Joker, so to speak. And you have the, you know, the ladies' man. Which one would you...
I was never the ladies' man.
Don't lie.
I swear. Never the ladies' man. So we'll throw that one out.
Okay. Humble. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't that guy. Do you know, I related to the dark-skinned guy just because we're just both dark, innit?
Okay.
As one, yeah? I'm Slim, Lavinio. Yeah. But then I'm really the peacemaker. Or the person that you call within a situation. I'm that guy. Okay. You know what I mean? Or people will say I was the relationship guy. So back in the day, like...
So you're basically like the big friendly giant. Like you're just...
Basically, I'm the relationship. People, I was destined to be... Like my friends would be like, no, you're going to get married, innit? So, like...
They write you off early doors. They just were he's off.
Yeah, I'd meet girls and they'd be like, I don't want to settle down with you now. Like... But later, I'm like, no. What?
Can we put a pin in this and I'll come back to it in a few more years?
It's a liberty. Can you imagine? Do you want to live your life and then just let me be here? Like, yeah.
If a guy said that to me, I don't know. That'd be very interesting.
How about that though? It's a high liberty. Like when I think about it, it's like, wait, so you what?
So you want to go do your thing and keep me there just there? Okay. Well, anyway, I think they were right though, because I did get married like kind of early. In my 20s. Early? Mid-20s?
Mid-20s. Yeah, I got married at like 27, I think.
Okay.
I stopped counting. I got married in my 20s. I got the girl from my uni. So that's similar. You know that girl? So you see how he finds his old school girlfriend?
Yeah. It's like a uni sweetheart.
The uni sweetheart. Fresh, isn't it?
Done early. So were your friends a bit like, you know how in the film they have that conversation of kind of like losing their friend and like, or vice versa, or feeling like you're losing your friends because you're entering something new? Did you go through that?
And that's why I loved it. And this is why the movie I could just relate to it in so many, and that's probably why I picked it, to be honest. Because I definitely have some of that role character, but except I weren't gonna mess around and leave my missus on the she would have
shout out wifey.
She would have finished me. Were my friends? No, not really. I think I've always been the guy that does random stuff though in the group. Okay. So they know that something's weird. I'm going to say something. I'll be like, yo, guys, I'm doing this. So now I think as a group, they've kind of got used to it.
So they expect it.
When they met her, they knew that it was different. It was that kind of, I mean, they met her, they said, okay, this girl, like, this guy.
Actually so sweet. Sweet.
Well, I don't know.
It's lovely. She would like to hear stuff like that. So that's nice, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So why do you think why do you think The Wood became such a staple in our culture?
I think, well, Omar Epps and Lasana Lathan, right? That's how you say
Lasana
the name.
Lathan, yeah.
Yeah, they're like royalty in the, like, when you talk about black cinema, it's them, right? You know, you think of Brown Sugar, you think of Love of Basketball. That was close. I almost done Love of Basketball, but I was like,
I'm surprised no one has. Like, I was
like, I am not gonna be that corny guy. Literally, I was that close, but then I was like, nah, like, I was close though. But you just got these for me anyway, it's an amazing cast, really. You got you got really good actors, and it's the way they follow their journey from real young, you know, like silly boners, can't get up in school, till and then to a crazy fight situation, to not being able to dance. Like even the guys, we practice dancing, you know, and no one shows
I didn't know
that.
Guys did that. Okay,
oh,
that's
you have
cute.
to. You have to practice. I don't know what it's like now, but I know that when we were going out, like the worst thing that could happen is like, you know, if you're dancing with a girl and like she's whining on you and you fall over, like, But
how are you falling over? Who is doing that?
No, but you know, if she's like whining, you're trying to go low.
It's too, okay. Yeah? You're trying to keep up. And then
after, like, so either you have a good friend that just gives you the little shoulder to hold you up, like gives you the elbow.
Oh, is that why the positioning is the way? I get it now.
Yeah, because you got to support your boy in it. But if your boy just like is in a madness and he falls over, yeah, not cool.
Yeah.
So we practice. Obviously, you wouldn't really practice the wine, but you practice your couple of your moves just to make sure that you don't look weird, because you can't just try it at the
no
club,
one wants to look weird, in the club. Like, everyone's watching everyone. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot of pressure. There's
like, even like, what do? Like, you look at your phone, you haven't got reception. You know what I mean? But
you can't pretend to call someone.
Yeah, and like now it's okay because you got smartphones, so you can kind of do stuff. But before, it's kind of Nokia, so you don't have reception. Nothing's coming. Like, it's just gonna be you in the club. Like, why are you looking at your phone? You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't have that issue nowadays. You can like play games in the club if you want, but that's weird.
It is weird I find it when people had their like earpods in. I just don't understand why you're out in the club with your earpods in. At least have one if you're gonna, I don't know, but just two.
What, in the rave, like with your earpods in?
Yeah.
No way.
Swear down.
Nah, see, I remember those dirty Bluetooth things that people
people thought they were so important with those, you know, and you're just like, you're not James Bond. Like, where are you going? Calm down.
No one's calling you. Like, yeah. Oh, if I want to go back to my childhood, it's that movie. And I think it does that for many people. And I think this is the first movie where they didn't make losing your virginity like look ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know,
it was really awkward, realistic, like awkward.
Yeah. And it was quick. It was very quick. It was like what? And I was like,
we're not going to address this. I was like, okay, we're just going to skim over this. Condom broke. There was a whole heap of things that happened in that.
A lot happened, right?
A lot happened. Yeah, I was like, we need to have this. We need to have a conversation about this. Yeah, it was just awkward. He was fine. He was happy.
Yeah. She was like, is that it? And you have that moment. I think because I remember like finally talking to my boy, and then it's like, it's kind of like that, isn't it? Like, you kind of build it up in your head, and you're thinking of like Love of Basketball.
Everyone, I kind of blame those films for creating this false narrative that I'm sure every young black girl thought was going to happen, and it just never did.
It's not like
Disney and black films from the 90s has scarred me. So
yeah, it's not Jason Lyric style. It's not going to be. You're not getting that. You're getting. There might not even be music. Like, well, there's no music. There's no music.
9% of the time, there's no music.
There's no music, so it don't make no sense. Like, so and it's not in slow motion. you would have thought we're just naturally going to go into slow-mo.
No slow-mo in real life.
It's just normal.
Yeah.
And so they got it, they done it perfect.
They did.
Honest. Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's closer to the mark than it is. And she just looked like, oh, right, disappointed, but hey.
It's done now.
It was done.
Which is what she wanted. Yeah. One of my favourite scenes is the booty grabbing scene, and then when he has to fight Stacey after school. Do you have any funny stories from school? I feel like anything that happened when we were in school, you'd probably be arrested and do some hard time.
Oh my God. You know, so that's a crime. So I rewatched it. Like 2 days ago, and I was like, that's a crime.
That's a crime.
Like, it's fully a crime.
You could get on the sex offenders list for that.
I couldn't believe. But even if you're the same age, it's a crime. We used to play a game called Kiss Chase back at school.
Didn't we all?
We played Kiss Chase, but again, like I told you, like I was one of those guys that, it got better later on in life when I could buy my own clothes.
Oh,
and
I think that's the majority of people. Like, if anyone looks like amazing as a 9-year-old or a 13-year-old, I'm just like, you can't peak too soon. You know, you've got to have something to look forward to. Some people that were
beautiful from the beginning of time. Like you, right now, if we go back in time, there's the guys. Hold on, David Miller. I remember these people. Jesse something. You know, they're both of their fault. And then there was like Samantha, Zoe, Donna. Those people, they look great. Yeah.
Okay.
Seen them now, still looking great.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So, Kiss Chase, I was, again, as I said, I've grown into this version of myself. But yeah, girls were not trying to let me kiss them back in the day. So I'd catch, if I caught one, they'd be like, I'm not playing anymore.
No way.
And you can't just kiss, like, that's weird, isn't it? But then when David and Jesse's chasing, all of a sudden they fall over and they're just available. Yeah, so when it was me, boy, they were running for their lives. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there were some boys you allowed yourself to get caught. You run a little bit slower. It was more of a jog. It wasn't a sprint.
No, the girls had running spikes when I was on it. They were gone. They were gone.
The other awkward scene has to be when he starts the school and he gets a boner after seeing her, and he has to get up and introduce himself. Do you want to share any awkward stories?
Yeah, every boy's had like a boner on a bus, innit?
Okay.
You just can't get off. You just gotta let this. You just go. When you're young, like think about it, because it's eye level 159. Yeah, you're on the bus 159. You got a boner. You're like, shit. And you're like, it's real one. Like it's here now, innit? And you're in your like teenage adolescence, roasting. So I don't know how this thing's come, but it's here now, innit? Are you really gonna get up and walk off the bus and your thing's just at eye level? Remember those school trousers, them like as the George ones? That's not really gonna.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not gonna.
Yeah.
You know, you got a little flimsy belt.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna.
You're not winning with that, so you're gonna know. You're gonna know.
What's funny? I actually hadn't thought of that. Like, I hadn't thought of the bus, the setup, all of that. That hadn't crossed my mind.
It's the bus, and it's like, how I'm at eye level and can I be headstrong and just walk past them like, sit down. You just gotta sit there like, I'll miss 2 stops and just take a bus back. So yeah, it happened to me a few times, like twice. I don't regret it. I was a kid.
You're a kid, your hormones are all over the place. What can you do?
And it didn't make no sense because I wasn't even thinking about anything, but it was there. You know, the ones it's just
you can't control it. It's just your body does its own thing. Yeah.
Teenage years, isn't it?
One thing I was super jealous of was their school dances. Like, I just felt like we never had those sort of school dances.
You didn't have a school dance?
Not later on. Like, they allowed us to have it probably like year 7 to 9. And then after that, when they know, people, they weren't trying to encourage that. So it was like we never really, I think we probably had like 1 or 2 between like year 10 and 6th form, but
I wish I had a prom actually.
Yeah.
To be like, the school dance I remember was actually in year 6.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. After that, they just are like, nah, too much happens. It's fine.
Yeah. Did you have a date at your school dance? Did you go by yourself?
We didn't even do dates. I mean, first of all, my mum's super strict anyway, so she would have, like, that whole date conversation would have been like, what? You're trying to get pregnant? That's her. She would have just gone from like date to pregnant, just like in year 7. That's how she would have been. I was not even trying to have that conversation with her. So just the safe bet was to go with my friends. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, not trying to. Up till today, we don't even. No.
Do you know what's going to happen? Yeah, just with family, because they're wild. Yeah, they tell you all your life, don't get pregnant. Yeah, and then you finish your studies, and then they ask you like, "Where's the child?" And you're like, "Wait, all this time,
literally,
I've been conditioned."
Every day of my life, my mum is like, "So you're not a spring chicken anymore. What's going on?"
Wait, hold on.
Literally, my whole life were like,
"Yeah,
don't be that girl."
Yeah, I think what's worse is when they like, you grow up with people, so they're not your cousins, but they could be. You call their mum auntie.
Yes.
And then your family members will be like, so what about that one? You're like, who? My cousin?
My guys, like, you can't make us call each other cousins, grow up like cousins, and then try to flip it and marry me off to the nearest person. It doesn't work like that.
Yes, it will be nice. No, we're cool.
Not the royal family out here.
Yeah. We're not the Windsors out here.
We're not the Windsors. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Oh, God. Also, one of the scenes, obviously we're talking about the virginity scene, and you've got a few hashtags, the Durex gang and condom hat.
Yeah.
See? As you're donning one as we speak.
Yeah, this is, do you know what? So I'm on a football channel, United Stand, very big actually, getting close to 1 million subscribers. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard for me because I'm a gooner, but I'll celebrate you.
We're just going to pretend it's fine. So, so I'm on the channel. I joined the channel during lockdown. And yeah, I always wear these. Like, so I was like, obviously, because I'm bored now, innit? Like, can't get a fade anymore. It's a bit boring. And I'm like, what can I do?
How can you jazz it up?
Decided, jazz it up. Yeah. Got the beard, but I'm like, I need more. I'm thinking of doing like, right? It's my wife, innit? She's like, babes, maybe you should try like play around with blacks, but then that little different piece will be like different color hats. And I was
Who knows what she's talking about?
Yeah. So this is it now. So yeah. And then I was doing a show, and then someone was like, it looks like a condom. And then so at first, because I roll it up a lot. Yeah. And then, so it's called Condom Hat FC. That's the name of my group. The people that like are supporting. Then I thought, no, needs a bit of a better ring. And then, just went with Durex Gang. But now it's really weird because like I'm supporting Durex.
But it's a positive. Like, that's a positive campaign, though.
Safe sex.
Exactly. I'm here for that, guys. Let's Durex Gang all the way. Yeah.
Let's go. Well, yeah. One day, you never know. As big as it gets, boy. You see me on some sponsorship. It looked
pun intended. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was there. Just had to. Yeah. Exactly. You should get sponsored by the hats.
You never know. Yeah, but I don't know if you want to open up, like, if my face is on the front of the condom packet, like...
Durex Gang.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be
think that's brilliant.
I don't know.
Don't block your blessings. Take it all.
It's true.
Take it all.
Into the ether. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. Receive it. So have you got any, what's your most embarrassing school story or memory that you have?
Oh man. There's so many. Because I was the strikeout king. Like, I think I just couldn't get it right. So I remember the most embarrassing thing that happened to me is I saw these girls, I was on a bike, I was like, girls love a skid. Do you know what I mean? You see them, it's just back break. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, hey, I watch too many films. See, that makes sense in the normal world. That makes sense, right? So I'm like, that's going to be the coolest entry. Like, and she'll tell all her friends about it. Anyway, I seen this girl. I see her, like, I used to see her every morning when I was walking to school. But I've seen her now and she's with a couple of her, like 2-3 of her friends. And I'm like, do it. So I start riding a bit faster. And then, like, I hit the brake in it, but I haven't hit the back brake. I've hit the front.
You didn't. Ouch. Ouch.
I dropped. And then I was like, oh, shit. And then, you go be like, oh, wait. And then I had to pretend I was really in pain. So they started to assist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should have milked it.
No, but it wasn't a milk it thing. It was like, because I can't believe what I've done in it. Like, I like this girl in it. So
did she talk to you?
I've gone over. No, just like, are you okay? Like, obviously, they don't know how I feel in it. It's just, these are all like, I feel like this. She has no idea that the feelings are that deep.
Yeah.
So I've gone over and they're helping me. And I'm like, I remember just holding my bike and walking off. Like, I think they helped me up. Mm-hmm. And then, like the chain it was a mess. It was a mess. And I should never have, like, when I was thinking about that, but what did you have planned to say after the skid?
That wasn't the goal. The goal was just to get there and then you would have figured it out, surely.
I think so, but I don't know. Like, it was a bad move. That, like, even when I talk to my friends about it now, I'm like, I don't know what I was gonna say. Like, post skid, because I was hoping to do that skid where you kind of like.
I know exactly what skid you're talking about, because it's like what you would want a boy to do if you're like this 14, 15-year-old girl. Does that make any sense? So I know in the films they do it and you're just thinking, surely that's going to work. Like, so I know exactly. And then they just stop right in front of you.
Yeah. And then I was just too, because again, big sister, she used to read like books like Eric Jerome Dickey, Omar Tyree, I think it's Fly Girl and stuff like that. She used to read these books. So she'd give me this stuff. And that was just before my time. So I was talking to girls that weren't like, even when I went to my first rave, I was like, oh my God. I went to our first rave in a suit, which is like, Jesus, why did you do that?
You did not go to your first rave in a suit.
I did. I looked like the manager. I looked like I owned the club.
That one uncle just coming through.
I had the cheat. I had my colours. Oh my God. I had the John Travolta.
But your mum was like, you've got to look smut. You got to look smut. I know. It's the smut for me. No. You're not going to look like a ruffian when you go out there. It's smut.
So I'm in the club. I remember my dad's like my role model in it. So my dad wears a suit all the time, even on Saturdays. Like, he ain't getting nowhere.
Fabulous.
So he's that guy. So obviously, definitely, it's a suit. So I pulled up in a suit. Obviously, other people, crazy mosh, they're in like proper like iceberg,
Yeah.
Cartoon type, old school.
Oh, I missed that.
I'm in the club, and then I'm like there's boys going up to girls and just getting behind them and dancing with them, innit? Obviously, not my route. I'm going to go saying, "Oh, excuse me, do you mind if I dance with you?" Looking like the club owner. No one dances with me that night. It doesn't work like that. Because you got, what do you call it? You just got them behind them with confidence. Yeah. And just start whining. Yeah. I was actually asking. I was like, hi.
But you're supposed to. You got to get consent, you know?
No, you're not.
You were just being a gentleman. You're raised right, okay? Don't put yourself down.
I put that to the... trust me. Next rave, I was like those kids.
You were a savage. You just went in there.
Savage. Next rave, I was like, yeah.
Grabbing out all the girls.
Yeah. But then then you got to watch out for the friend to see if the friend approves, because the friend will do that one. And to end the dance.
There is a code.
Yeah.
If I can't see you, I look at my sister and I'm like, what are you saying? Like, my eyes would just ask what you're saying, and then she'll give me a look and I'm like, okay. Mm.
And you just kind of turn around nicely, innit? That's the way you turn around.
You do the over the shoulder. Yeah, okay, cool. Or if it's like, no, it's okay, I don't want to dance.
Yeah, sometimes they just walk off, which is cold, like, which is, yeah.
No, just say
hey.
I don't want to dance, like, yeah, don't walk off. That's me. He's probably like walked across the room and then you're just going to walk away. That's heartbreaking. I'll never do that to someone.
But I needed that though. Or a lot of these things that happened, yeah, because now I don't care. Like, so, like, with all the awkward stuff that's happened, I just jump on stage. Like, I can do, like, I just do what I want to do. Like, I'm not really in hang-ups, like, because I think that's been the best thing about all of that stuff happening. I kind of just don't care anymore, innit? So, like, it doesn't matter.
So it built your character, basically, you know?
Yeah, like, it's like, you're just going to say no. Like, all you can do is say no.
What's the worst that can happen?
I take that into everything. Like, everything I try, I'm like, all they can say is no. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of times people say yes. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm a big believer in that. If you don't ask, you don't get. So,
and it's surprising what you can get when you ask.
Yes.
You're like, really?
And you're like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, surprised. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fine. All right.
Yeah.
So you're happily married, and obviously this film centers around the wedding. I'm sure you've got some funny best man speeches. Did anyone expose you within that?
Oh man, yeah. My wife told a story of the song that I told her to listen to. I dedicated a song to her when I met her, innit? But it kind of made sense. But it's a bit like, I didn't think it through.
Right. Okay. I didn't think it through. Do you want to share the song?
So you're gonna look at me funny, yeah, but don't. We're in the talking stage, and I'm like, there's a song that I really like, makes me think you should listen to it. It's a Marcus Houston song.
Okay.
You know the song Naked?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I was trying to say in the beginning, there's never been a man ain't ever been a man want anything as much as I want you. That was the part that I was talking about. That's just the first couple lines. The rest of the song is about, I'm just going to sex you. Yes. My wife's like, wait, why would he tell me to play it? Like, in her head,
I would be concerned if so. I'd be like, okay, well, just think you're an F-boy. That's all you want.
Yeah, no, but I meant the beginning part. Like, I'm really into you. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like one of the legends because I made out of the friend zone, innit? Which is very difficult to do. Not many men make it from this space.
Brat.
I achieved it. This is what I'm saying. I achieved it, but thank you very much. But I always end up in this situation. So I thought that this girl is going to be another one of those.
Right.
Like friends. So when I said that thing at the beginning of the song, I was just talking about, I really want you, but like the rest of the song's about like proper sex in it. And she's like, you don't respect me. Yeah, she's like, you can't respect me if this is all you're thinking about. And I was like, nah. But she only told me that later. Like, she told me that, like, after we, never married. Like, she talked to my best man. She's like, why did he give me that song? I was like, so he exposed that at the wedding, and he played some of it.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They played it at the wedding. Everyone's there. Like, Kevin, nice too much.
Kevin, what is bringing shame upon the family.
It is what it is. It is what it is. They know my heart. But yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a best man?
I have.
I'm sure you would give really good speeches.
Twice. Yeah, they're good. I try to embarrass, make people cry.
Good
and then
combo.
Get embarrass, make people cry, then let them know that you're marrying the best guy ever. But yeah, that's the route.
People are going to be signing you up to be the best man after this.
So my little brother's getting married, so hopefully I'll be his best man. But he's taking too long to tell me. Like,
maybe he just thinks it's by default. Do you know what I mean? It's by you're going to be best man. So
no, I think he should tell me. I think he should make it like a big thing. Like,
yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, like, give me a watch and say, can you be my best man?
A whole presentation. He's a rollie.
Yeah. Not even a rollie. Give me a Casio.
Do you have any critiques of the Wood, if you were to pick any? Mine would only be a bit of the drunken acting could have been a bit more believable.
I liked it though.
Did you?
He'll get really sober, But when he's like, him just in the house and they want to have a fight and he's like, when he takes the coffee and he's like, oh, it's cold. What? And then I like Ty Diggs like that though. You know, when he's in that kind of like, because he always plays this drunk like that. So even in Brown Sugar, when he finds out his missus is cheating and he pulls up with her and he's like, celebrate. You know, like those. It's really bad, but it works. I think I would have loved to hear more from the wife. I didn't know anything about the wife. Lisa Ray. You just didn't know anything. Like, it was like,
I was saying that would be my only proper critique, would be that the thing that I found a little bit problematic with black films like back then was the fact that they were so male heavy and always told from like the male perspective. And so therefore the black women were always feisty, rude. Like the perception was so stereotypical, harsh, and I could never fully relate to the female characters or, I don't know, empathize with them because they were just so like, they didn't have multiple faces. They were just like so one-dimensional.
Yeah, I think it's that thing though. I think that's still in society now though, because a black woman, when you look at them and stuff, like I got a little girl, and
you got now your work cut out for you.
Yeah, but I kind of start to see that it's tough being a black woman, you know, like it's tough. Like I didn't realize properly, but talking to my wife and just seeing the different things that, so they have to be strong. So you get their strength first because they have to almost. So they're very, they're not looked at from a subtle eye, even in our own community.
Yeah, or vulnerable.
You don't see the vulnerable, you don't see it, and they can't because there's a lot that they're doing on their own, and then they won't be protected. They're not protected by us, you know what I mean? So I get it. So I get why when you first see that woman, you think, oh, she's tough. But then there's that one moment in the thingy where there shows a tiny bit of vulnerability, you know, when she's like, I really want to marry this person.
Yeah.
But I know that sadly, they're designed to be tough and they can't look weak. You know what I mean? And if they're too tough, they're just an angry black woman.
Yes, you know exactly.
So trust me, when I talk to my daughter now, I'm like, geez, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, but then I just show her pictures of Kamala Harris. I'm like, look, you can do it.
It's going to be fine now. It's okay. We've got Michelle, Kamala. It's good. We're in a good place.
Yeah.
No, I think so. And I think even the main female character, the young girl who then becomes Sana Lathan, which the casting was a bit off there, but that's for another day.
Mad. The casting was...
How did that happen? Like...
They just decided...
They just were like, yeah, we want Sana Lathan, no matter what happens, whoever you pick as the child, the teenager, we want Sana Lathan to be the adult. And they just didn't care.
Surely they could have made that girl look more grown up. The young one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, because, you know, black don't crack, so she wouldn't have changed that much anyway. It's only however many years. They gave her
a brand new face.
And a brand new complexion.
Oh yeah, she was like it, wasn't she?
A whole different... I was like, so are you implying that she's been bleaching for the time she's been away? What's happening?
Yeah, when she was in New York. When she went to New York, she started bleaching.
She must have. Like, that's the only way to make sense of that casting decision. Not impressed.
But what was nice though is the girl, because there was a few, like usually in the stage of colorism and all that other stuff that's happening, for the one that they all wanted to be a dark-skinned girl, that's pretty... That's different.
One of the reasons why The Wood is above the rest for me, because it was like, oh, what was this? And one of the reasons why I loved it when I watched it when I was younger, because I was like, she's black. Wow, that's like she's my complexion. I could actually relate to her. They usually always light skin or dual heritage, mixed race, but then they're supposed to be like fully black on top of that, and you're just like, just either lazy casting.
Even when they're dancing, there's the two girls. You know when the two friends are looking at him dancing with her in the Talifa, and the two girls are like, and they're what would be the typical lead.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So that was like, oh, right, cool. I like that they did that.
I think we've probably got to give props to the director then, Rick Fulmu. I can't say his surname. Fulmuyoa. Can't say.
Yeah.
I am African and I can't pronounce half of the names.
So am I. So somewhere right now, they're very disappointed in us.
I really, I brought shame on the family again.
Yeah. We both brought shame.
But yeah, he's done some really great things away from the word. He did Dope. Did you ever watch Dope, the film?
Dope's good.
Dope's dope. Yeah, he did that.
Dope is really, yeah. I like that. That was a good film, actually. That was really
such a good film. Yeah. And when I found out that he directed it, it made sense. It's got that like LA cool vibe about it as well. It makes me want to be.
And you couldn't tell what era it was in. You couldn't tell with Dope. You couldn't tell like what time frame is this.
Yes.
Which I thought, yeah.
Very cool. He did Brown Sugar.
Anything black. He did Brown Sugar.
And he's currently directing the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You're not a Star Wars fan, are you?
I do love Star Wars, actually, but I refuse to get another subscription, okay? I'm already paying for everything.
Get it.
I've got to get another subscription. Amazon's got my money. Netflix has got my money. Sky's got my money.
Get it. I can't even say right now. It's so techie because I'd be like, get rid of it. But I want to be on the so just get it. It's so good. Like, I promise you, Mandalorian is like, it's another show that I was like, I wish I was in this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's so good. It looks like it's right up my alley. Like, that's my sort of, I love a sci-fi. So I will give in and have to pay that subscription, but I'm just being a little bit stubborn and anti at the moment.
I understand. You're not ready yet. Take your time.
He's also pegged to be the director for, I don't know if you've heard Children of Blood and Bone, which is a trilogy. It's set in Nigeria. And the only way for me to describe it is it's a cross between Black Panther and Harry Potter. So like magic and...
But are they going to do it properly though? Is it going to be Nollywood style? Where it's like,
no. Like it's, I'm sure it's Marvel and someone else and Disney are kind of... Yeah. So it's going to be a big budget, like...
Wait, how have I not even been told about this in casting, though? Like, I've got my agent,
no, because I read the book, so I finished the second book, and I'm yet to wait for the third book, which is, when I first read the first one, I was like, where has this book been all my life? Like, I don't even understand. It's really good. Yeah.
I'm going to read that. Children of what?
Children of Blood and Bone.
I'm reading that.
Fantastic.
I need that. That's
you do need it. And also for your daughter, I wish I had books like that when I was growing up instead of some of the other mainstream stuff that I was.
But I think West African parents, like, I know I've still got cousins that haven't seen Harry Potter because their parents. You know what I mean? Snoop, you know what it is. So, you know what I mean? You can't, like, I get it. Like, so some West African parents are like, y'all know what it is. Do you know what I mean? So,
oh, God.
Even as you said that for my daughter, a little part of me went into like my parents. And
defensive mode.
Yeah, like, she can't watch that. You know what I mean? But
she's not going to watch the juju. No, but it's more about like, you know, African spirituality and stuff like that. It's not witchcraft. So it's just more magic. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not like spell books.
You remember that fine line with these, you know?
Listen, when you're firing fire out of your hands, they're just going to be like, no, she's possessed. Let's pray for her. Where's the holy water?
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Sprinkle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you had to direct people to YouTube to watch a clip of The Wood, what clip would it be and why?
Great question. It's got to be the booty grab.
Yeah.
It's got to be like, it's such a stupid scene that you relate to because like, yeah, everyone's been that silly in the play back in the day, not today.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Very important to stress that.
Yes. Yeah. That scene is just, it's so funny in so many different ways, even how strong she was when she's like, she's him, you know, like, and you know there was a girl that would have that reaction.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it's his friends. Because he says it, he's like, they never did it. They told me to do it, and your friends will tell you to do stuff that they'll never do.
Yes.
But you never ask questions. So especially on his, it was wild. I think it was like his first day or something. He should never have done that. But
that's definitely,
that's the scene.
one of my favorites as well. Even leading up to the fight as well, the fact that he kind of stood his ground and still got a beating from it. Do you know what I mean? And then when they asked him, like, was it worth it? He was like, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm a sucker for romance as well. So even when he does go over and dances with her, but then he has like
some of those are really nice.
Yeah. But he has like he has an excitable moment. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've always wanted to know, like, what's girls' reaction to that? Because as the boy, we have the moment. Like, do you you lot knowing it?
Yeah, it's really awkward. I think it just depends on the guy and
that must be weird though.
Yes.
I don't know, because I always think about it. I'm always one day I'm gonna ask, probably not today, yeah, but one day I would love to ask a woman, like, what is, and I can't ask my wife because I get jealous, but what is that? See, obviously we're dancing, something's happened, you know. Is it like someone and he still dance, but you don't talk about it, you don't address it?
It's an elephant in the room.
Literally.
See,
that's so funny. But yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. Do you look? Would you look? Because when guys after the rave, we do a debrief. We'll talk about it.
There is always a debrief. We spend ages in the toilets because there's a debrief going on in the toilet.
Oh, in the toilet? Really?
There's always a debrief. When we're getting a drink, there's a debrief. When we're...
No, you can't be doing mid... What are you not doing?
Yeah, when some people go out to smoke. I don't smoke, but like my sister, there's a debrief out there. Like there's constant debriefs. And then there's a full one.
No, we do ours at home. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we do ours on the way home. That's the debrief. So it's like, so would you not discuss that in your mid-toilet debriefs?
100%.
Jeez.
Do you know the guy I was just dancing with?
Also, should guys, wait, this is because for people that watch, because people don't know, we have to learn from these TV shows.
Oh my God, I can only speak from my experience. I do not speak on behalf of the female population.
I know, but I just want to ask you, yeah, you don't, but you're here and people need to know, yeah? When guys dance with like loads of girls, is that frowned upon?
Yes. Well,
really? Because you should be more picky.
Because personally...
Sorry, I know this is not what you came for, but we don't know.
This is my life. Personally, for me, if I've seen a guy, and what usually happens is I generally don't find many people in the club that I'm like, oh, he's cute or whatever. And so let's say if I do find that one guy and then I see him dancing with like multiple women, it'll completely put me off.
Really?
And I just think, oh, okay, cool. Which is, it's no, you know, he's entitled to do that. But I'll just think, okay, maybe he's not more specific about what, I don't know what he's going, do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's the same way. Men and women are so different. Like for me, I wouldn't just dance with anyone. And so sometimes it's funny because guys will be like, oh, they keep seeing you saying no to dancing with the guys coming up to you. But it's because you're waiting for like, that guy to come and ask you, like, to come and dance with you. Does that make any sense?
Oh, this is good. Listen, I've helped so many. Like the TikTok thing, in the movie. That part is important to know what you need to do to manage yourself in a club. Mm-hmm. But I think this is key information because
it also depends how many drinks you've had, the mood you're in, the song that's on. So all of those things play.
Oh, there's a lot of moving variables. Yeah, that play a factor.
But for me, generally, that's my like. I don't just dance with everyone, and it's nothing to do with that person. I just don't.
Okay, and people don't actually dance in the clubs anymore, anyway. But after lockdown, anything's possible. I
mean, see, now it's going to change because after lockdown, yes, I will dance with everybody. I am now. I can't do that behavior. I had to leave that behavior in 2020.
Well. Yeah, that's funny. All right, so
that's me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. But yeah, why do you not like? I know guys are just like trying to dance with everyone and anyone. So
I'm trying to dance with everyone. I'm just like happy in it. So I'm like, hey, it doesn't mean anything though, like kind of thing. So it's like, hey, I just want to party with everyone. But I didn't realize that some people like selectiveness. Like you should be selective. But I'm that person that is literally living my best life.
No, and that's completely fine. That's completely okay.
Yeah, but sometimes you should be like selective in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I don't care anymore. I don't even go out.
I went to the Barbados Carnival. I was in Barbados, it was probably one of my best experiences of my life. But that opened my eyes. I was like, okay, like this is dancing. Okay, this is...
Yeah, but there's no rules then, innit?
No.
You can just dance with over there, everyone just dances with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that was like the flavour. Everyone was dancing with everyone. Like, it was good vibe. It just didn't feel like so... I don't know how to say it. It just felt more free and fun. It didn't feel so serious and like rigid. So... Flow like freeing, so it was fine. But so that was.
So you're saying everyone should go to Barbados then?
Yeah, just go Barbados, have a great time. Go to Cropover, best time.
I really want to go. One day.
You have to.
One day.
Take the wife.
Yeah. And we will. But again, like even watching that, like someone could just pick my wife up and start whining. I wouldn't know. I'd be like, why is she in the air?
Yo, that I can tell you now, that will happen. The only thing that you can do is to make sure she stays like literally in front of you at all times.
And I can't do that because I love her to be free. But at the same time, I couldn't. If my wife's in the air, I'd be like, why is my wife? Like, I love my life in the air. Like, put her down, please. Like, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. That's.
Yes, I don't think that shit's for us.
You have been warned. I mean, I'm just giving you a. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anytime. Oh, KG, it's been absolutely amazing having you on. My cheeks hurt.
Yeah, thank you.
I've laughed so much.
Good. I really enjoyed it as well, man. And people, watch The Wood and just watch Black cinema. And we need more. We need more new stories because I can't remember the last one that we've had.
Yes, so I agree with you.
Yeah, we need, and it birthed so many actors that are prominent now.
Yes.
Taraji, there's so many that have come through, and we need that in Black, because that's good to see yourself on TV.
Yes, I think we're getting back to that. I think a lot more is happening, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement, and then the year that we've had, and certain creators that are in the game right now, the Issa Raes and the Michaela Coles, who I can't stop praising, are really helping move that bar forward. So change is gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Thanks again, KG.
Thank you so much. Look after yourself.
You too.
Get your hands on a Gym and Tonic G&T box. Enter the promo code BLACKINK for an exclusive 10% discount on your order. Gym and Tonic, sustainable urban gin.